Last episode was absolutely action-packed, and if you missed it, here's the TLDR. We tore down our wheat field, created a potato farm, built ourselves a nether portal, scoured the nether finding various things such as a netherite upgrade template, a chicken jockey, and tons of blaze rods. Then ended off by making a brewing stand, brewing some potions, healing zombie villagers, and creating a villager breeder. I also did various things before starting today's episode, like lighting up the cave with about 15 stacks of torches, killing a witch and getting a sugar drop, which made me super mad, and if you don't know why, then see the full last episode. And finally, I came across a super cool cave system that was connected to ours, which I may end up building a base at in the future. Also, don't mind the change in texture pack, sometimes I do that after playing for a long time to give my eyes a rest. Now with all that out of the way, let's jump into episode 3 of Cave Only Hardcore. Anyways, welcome to episode 3 of Cave Only Hardcore. In today's episode, I want to do, well, quite a lot, because the last episode we made a huge jump in progression compared to the first, and I kind of want to get into a rhythm of one-upping myself in regards to each one of these episodes. I mean, we made a lot of progress, and so we're gonna have to do a lot in today's episode to kind of rival that. So what exactly is on the to-do list for today's episode? Well, one of the first things I want to do is I actually want to adventure out into the cave systems, or maybe dig into my own that are new, and find ourselves a lush cave biome, because if I can find one of those, we'll be able to get our hands on saplings. The azalea bushes that we find in those biomes can be bone meal to create trees, and getting an actual source of things like oak log aside from needing to use mine shafts would actually be pretty big for us right now. Once we find ourselves a proper wood source, the next thing I want to do is actually use the ender pearls that we have gotten from the nether via the warped forest biome, and actually use these as eyes of ender to find ourselves a stronghold. Now the reason I want to get my hands on a stronghold doesn't really have to do with the end as much as it does the actual bookshelves that you can get from there. You see, we just gathered a lot of villagers, and one of the biggest things that you can do with villagers is get tons of enchantments from them, and the only way that I can think of to actually get that done is by getting our hands on a lot of books, and the only way we can get our hands on a lot of books is, well, via the stronghold. So yeah, with all that said and a zombie burning to death behind me, let's go ahead and start off the episode by trying to find out. Okay, I get it. Let's start the episode by trying to find a lush cave. So the first thing I did was head back to base and begin getting suited up for the journey ahead, because I didn't really know how long it would take me. I made some diamond pickaxes, another shovel, and even another sword because my current one has pretty terrible durability. I then began making my way to the top of the cave when something went a bit wrong. Ow. Oh, that's not very good. Okay. Wow. Okay, so call me absolutely insane if you want to, but I was on the Minecraft wiki searching how to find lush caves, and all things considered, the fact that we're in a cave, finding one is basically completely random. But what I had read is that it said that there is a high chance, or a higher chance, I guess, that lush caves will spawn in warmer climate areas, and they listed the jungle biome as an example. And I know that we're next to a savanna and a mesa and stuff like that, but so far in that direction via the cave systems I've been in, there hasn't really been any lush caves, and we haven't been in this area whatsoever of the world. Like, the cave systems basically go that way. Never been in this direction. I see a jungle tree all the way back there, so I think I'm going to go a little bit deeper into the cave, and I'm just going to dig into this direction and hope and pray that we maybe find one. The fact that we're exploring for a lush cave underground can mean that this is going to take a while, but you never know. Maybe our luck will actually be good, so let's see what we can do. Oh, okay, so the Minecraft wiki confirmed is your cheat code to win at life. Let's pick up some of this. It doesn't really look like there's much here. Like, is this genuinely the biome? Is this it? Okay, well, even though I'm happy that we found some moss blocks and azaleas and all that kind of stuff, this isn't exactly The 𝘆𝗵𝗂'𝗿𝗄 I was hoping that we'd find, like, for one, there's not even a glowberry, but I don't even care about the glowberries. It's just like, it's not like I'm not happy that we found a lush cave biome. It's the fact that I was able to mine the entire biome by hand in like 10 seconds. So I'm gonna dig straight down, and maybe hopefully there's some more down there. I am gonna grab this clay though, because that's gonna give us bricks, and having bricks underground is actually gonna be kind of fire. It does still say lush cave, so I will continue to cope. Okay, well, maybe I don't have to cope. Is this what I'm looking? Oh, baby, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, now this is what I wanted. Oh yeah, we also have those little leaf thingies, dude. I mean, this update is just so awesome. Like, I know this update's like really old, but like to me, like a lot of the stuff is super new. We should get an axolotl. Which one of these is my favorite? I like the pink ones a lot. That little light blue one's kind of fire too. Are these guys brown or are they orange? I kind of want that one. Anyways, while we're here, let's go ahead and grab more of these blocks. I do kind of want to head home relatively soon because the inventory situation is out.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I have to test something. If I name the bucket of axolotl, does it name the axolotl? I'm gonna name it Cookie. Does it name? I mean, I doubt it. Oh my gosh, it works. Well, at some point, we're gonna have to make a proper home for Cookie, but for right now, he's just gonna sit in my chest, which I know sounds very inhumane, but what are you gonna do? All right, so now that we're officially home and I have everything actually organized, I'm gonna get my hands on some bone meal. We're gonna get some of that. We have some of these azalea bushes as well. And I don't know if they grow on moss blocks or if just regular dirt will work. It looks like we have more moss blocks than we do dirt. So I'm gonna test this first, and if this actually works, which I'm pretty sure it does, I don't know why it wouldn't, then we are gonna see just such a massive leap in our progression for this series, it's not even gonna be funny. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's over, bro. It's over. We are thriving. This will be a thriving civilization, let me tell you. Okay, so putting that whole situation on hold right quick, let me go ahead and grab some diamonds and repair this pickaxe, because the next thing that I want to do is actually go ahead and start the trip to finding a stronghold, because I'm gonna keep it a stack. It's probably gonna take a while. It's probably gonna be like a very, very, very long ways away, and knowing my luck, it's gonna be diagonal as well, so it's gonna be annoying to dig to. But I do think that it's a pretty big deal that we actually get this discovered, because once we start, you know, being able to enchant stuff and trade with villagers, again, just how we just grew our first tree in cave-only Minecraft, it's gonna be another jump in progression that's just gonna skyrocket us towards some new stuff. So let's stop wasting time and let's see exactly where the stronghold is. And yeah, it's kind of diagonal, I guess. It's kind of unfortunate. So it is in that direction right there. And so began our journey of looking for the stronghold. Honestly, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting. It was very similar to the 𝘆𝗵𝗂'𝗏 search, where it genuinely just sounded worse than it actually was. After digging in a straight line and coming into contact with some caves and throwing a few more pearls, I found that maybe doing all this work at 1 a.m. wasn't really worth it after all. Oh my gosh, bro, that just scared the ever-living shit out of me. It is 1 in the morning while I'm doing this, and that was just, I cannot, I can't do this right now. Oh my days. I also can't mine anymore, so that's unfortunate. That probably means we should just block that little area off, and then I should probably come back here with a repaired pickaxe, and then we'll probably go this way. We gotta go this way eventually anyways, so we'll probably just do that. I went back to put up a lot of my materials that I had mined, and also to wait out my newly found Elder Guardian debuff before setting back out to look for the stronghold. I made sure to stay a ways back in the tunnel as to not get the debuff again, and after digging diagonally for a bit, throwing one more pearl, seeing that it went upwards, I was in. After only doing a little bit of exploring, I was able to come across the portal room pretty early on, and I don't plan on exploring the end in today's episode, but I did go ahead and put the rest of our Eyes of Ender in the frame, leaving us with only 7 more to activate the portal. Only a minute or two had passed by whenever I came across the Holy Grail, the whole reason I wanted to come here in the first place, the library. This is going to give us access to a whole new world of possibilities during this challenge, including a fully established enchanting area, as well as some lecterns so that we can get mending came from our villagers back home. I stayed here and mined every last bookshelf until my inventory was filled to the brim with books, and I had to do a bit of inventory management in order to keep some of the enchanted books that I had found, as well as the new armor trims. But once I was happy with everything I had, I went ahead and started my trek back home. Anyways, once I got back to my base, I decided I wanted to go to the Nether and gather up some wood to create all the bookshelves that I would need, and that's when something horrible happened. What? I'm stranded here. Okay, this is not good. This is not good. Oh my gosh, I was not ready for this. Okay, I need gold. I need to get a golden helmet, like, really quick. How did a creeper even get into that portal? Like, my base is, like, so fortified. I don't even know how that happened. I guess we'll do boots. So I guess the current plan is to get my hands on a fire charge or flint and steel or whatever, and I'm kind of drawing a blank right now on how to actually do that. I think I'm just gonna explore a little bit, see if I can't come across like a bastion or something like that. Okay, so I'm coming across one of my older builds here. This should be telling me that there's a bastion in this direction. I'm really hoping that there is, and that there was chests that I never ended up looting. Is there a bastion? There's a ruined portal, actually. I don't know if I took the loot from that. Okay, please tell me I left myself some loot.
Hey, come on, baby! Come on!
So we have a way out now. Now, we are at this bastion, and I feel like getting stranded in the Nether, it's been pretty stressful, but we might as well make the most of the situation and see what we can come away with here. Like, am I pushing my luck? Absolutely. But, I mean, come on, every episode needs a little bit of adventure, right? Okay, we are officially back home. I was able to get the flint and steel from the ruined portal. We got some diamonds, another smithing template. I don't know if we need one of these. I'm not entirely sure. Ended up coming away with a diamond chest piece, diamonds, netherite ingot, some gold. That was terrifying, honestly. Had the series ended right there, I would have been very, very sad. I have no idea how a creeper even got through our portal, seeing as, like, our base is, like, you know, heavily fortified and nothing can spawn in there. I have no clue how a creeper got into the Nether, but just thank God I didn't die and I was able to get my way out. You know, now that I think about it, this isn't really connected to our base, and a creeper could have easily spawned. Oh, yeah. A creeper could have spawned in here. Now that I think about it, they could have spawned in here and then waddled their way into the Nether portal. That is very dangerous. We need to fix that right away. I'm blocking this up just in case, and I'm also going to block this up. If I ever want to go back here, I'll end up making a proper door. But for now, I really do not want another scare like that ever again. After gathering the necessary materials for the bookshelves, I began crafting not only those, but also the enchanting table, and then began creating our enchanting room. Our base descends down some stairs to lead to the villager breeder and potato farm, so I figured I'd add some verticality by making the enchanting area above the main hallway of the base and easily accessible through ladders. I opted for creating a miniature room for me to place enchanting materials like tools and lapis, which would then lead into the actual room for getting all of our enchanting done. Once everything was set up, I immediately got to upgrading our gear and came away with a perfect silk touch pickaxe almost immediately, and after re-rolling a few times, was able to get Fortune 3 on the horizon for my next enchantment. So I was only 5 levels away, so I headed back into the Nether so I could grind away at getting some quartz before I was able to get yet another perfect pickaxe. After all that progress, I wasn't going to stop there because now it was time to set up a miniature villager trading hall by getting to work making some transport rails to get the villagers in place. My first villager was being hard to deal with, but I think it was because he was trying to use other job blocks nearby, and the villagers down the hall were trying to pair with his lectern. I eventually just locked us both inside of a cobblestone box and then got to grinding away to get the trade I wanted. It took a little while, and even though the price wasn't perfect, I felt happy taking mending at 24 emeralds a pop, since I would only need a handful of books in the grand scheme of things before I wouldn't need them anymore. I was a few emeralds short at first, so I went down to the villager breeder to trade with the farmer, and that's when I realized I need a more efficient way of gathering emeralds if I wanted to trade consistently. So as a result, I ended up making this, which I'm pretty sure you probably can tell exactly what's going on here, but basically, if we ever need any emeralds, we can trade an unlimited amount of sticks to every single one of these fletchers. And I even put a barrel up here to kind of store excess sticks as time goes on. We don't really have an excess amount of wood right now. Most of the wood that I ended up getting was again through the nether, but whenever we end up making a tree farm and end up getting a lot of wood, at least consistent wood sources, then I'll have a lot of excess sticks that I can put in here for any time that we end up needing emeralds. Now, this is 24 emeralds for a mending book, so I didn't end up really buying too much. This is my treasure chest right here, and as you can see, I ended up getting 3 mending books, and so far I've only put them on the 𝗏𝗏 multi-tool, which is of course our fortune pick, and the smooth criminal pickaxe, which is for silk touch. So I will be using more of these as time goes on, but this is a little bit of an update on kind of our treasures currently as things stand. Now, before we end up ending off the episode, I want to head up here to the enchanting area because I ended up crafting the new, I believe these are called chiseled bookshelves or something like that, and I want to start doing, that is a bright torch, I want to start doing comments of the day and kind of storing them up here. Now, of course, this is the first time that I'm doing this here in episode 3, so I have the episode 1 comment of the day from Monkey Dude and the episode 2 comment of the day from 𝗁𝗏𝗏𝗏. Now, I can't really make books and quills because I need ink sacs, and I can only get glow ink sacs because I'm in the cave area. So we are just going to have to name individual books every single time that I want to do this. But of course, the first comment of the day comes from Monkey Dude from the first episode, and he said, "This video is really well made. I was expecting to see a super high sub count, or at least view count since it got recommended to me, but I'm shocked. Excellent video, and you deserve far more views and subs." And I really appreciate that, as that being really my first ever attempt at making a super entertaining series for you guys. So I really appreciate the kind words, and you are going to be the first ever comment for the, I guess, comment wall, which we're probably eventually going to have to expand. Of course, the next comment that we have is from 𝗁𝗏𝗏𝗏, and what he said was, "The thing with the different types of villagers is that in Java, they have a 50% chance to take on the type of one of their parents. So you have a desert and a plains villager as parents, and the biome looks to be savanna, so there are 3 types that can be born. I didn't know this until this happened to me, and I was hella confused." So 𝗁𝗏𝗏𝗏, I don't know if entirely what you said is 100% facts, but it sounds right to me, and so I wanted to put you as the second ever comment of the day. So of course, feel free to comment whatever you would like. It really doesn't have to be anything in particular, just whatever kind of comment that I like, and I will end up putting it on the bookshelf. We of course have plenty of books for plenty of comments of the day, and we have a renewable source of them from buying them from the librarians and stuff, so we will be able to keep this going for, well, as long as the series is around. So thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. We got quite a lot accomplished, and we almost died multiple times, but that is okay. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do for the next episode, so you guys let me know down in the comments, and we will get it accomplished. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.